Plaintiff Wendell Johnson says he was friends with the defendant, and when he drinks, he becomes violent and belligerent. Wendell claims the defendant once threatened his friends with a machete, and Wendell's suing for personal property and emotional distress. Defendant Dennis Nelson says Wendell is nothing but a drunk who literally drinks 24 hours a day. Dennis claims Wendell is violent and once attacked him for no reason at all, and he insists Wendell gave him the property to keep.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I've lost a lot of things in the course of my life. I've even lost my teeth. But most importantly, I've lost this man here. Dennis is a friend.
Which one you value most?
Excuse me?
Which one did you value most?
My teeth, of course.
Okay. I was just wondering. Go ahead.
Your Honor, Dennis has a tendency to get belligerent and assaultive when he drinks.
How long have you all known each other?
I'd say approximately 2 years, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's how he lost his teeth. Got in a fight.
Yeah, sure. Did you all fight?
No, sir. Not
Okay.
actual fighting. He did assault me one morning on his apartment balcony. He tried to throw me off the balcony.
Really?
Yes, sir.
When was the first falling out, and what was that about?
Well, it happened the same morning. He refused to return some of my property that he was keeping for me.
This is the first time you all fell out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because you gave me the impression he gets drunk and belligerent towards you throughout your friendship.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it wasn't the first time.
No, it's the first time that I've ever gotten physical.
Tell me the nature of his drunkenness and belligerence over the course of you all's friendship for
He
2
just
years.
Threatens and innuendos.
Okay, just give me an example. Give me one example other than the one we're talking
innuendo is
about.
he accused me of having something to do with the death of a friend of ours.
Like what?
A murder. A friend of ours was staying with him, and he had heard that we had had a physical confrontation prior to that, and our friend wound up being murdered. And
He got drunk one day and
he got
accused
drunk and
you?
started insinuating that I had something to do with it. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Other than that, how often would he get drunk and belligerent over those 2
There's been
years?
several instances, Your Honor. He's come into my apartment and threatened some friends of mine with a machete at one time.
What was that about? Something he just made
No,
up?
sir. I had asked him to retrieve a key for me because he had told me that my friends that were watching the apartment weren't acting right, and I just told him to take the key and have my friend call me.
So
And he
came
went
in
down there with a
machete.
machete and threatened them.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How did it end? He just...
They left.
Okay. Sir, you get drunk and belligerent and respond in this way?
No, sir.
Why'd you have to say, why'd you have to think about it? That's an easy no.
Well, no, I'm just confused about what he said.
What's confused about it?
Well,
He was very clear.
99.9% of what he said is total falsehood. It's just not true at all.
No, sir, Your Honor. I have witnessed a statement concerning that matter.
About which matter?
Well, one from the man he assaulted himself.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to see. Hand me the letter, please, Doyle. And this person is saying how in a particular situation, other than this, he was violent. So you telling me, sir, you don't have violent episodes or get
Yes, sir.
drunk and belligerent?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Wendell was now homeless. Told Wendell he would like to keep his things. It's about the same thing, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Johnson is totally delusional. He's a drunk. Plain and simple.
Me, you're
He
drunk?
doesn't remember anything. You know, he's not
Man,
even an alcoholic.
Are you sober today?
He's not
Are
even
you
an
sober?
alcoholic. He's a drunk. He drinks 24/7. He's constantly intoxicated.
Your Honor,
he said,
that is totally
him and I are
unfair.
best friends. I even have a letter from him that he wrote me in Texas. He wanted me to watch his apartment for a month while he was gone. And he tells me what a great friend we are, and he sent me some money. His PG&E got shut off the night before he went to Texas, and he wanted me to have it turned back on, watch his apartment while he was gone, clean it, and the housing inspection. He's out of Section 8's housing. He had the housing inspection coming up, which he didn't tell me anything about. So I cleaned the whole apartment, got his housing inspected, got it passed. As soon as he came back from Texas, oh, by the way, he did ask me he wrote me, it's in this letter.
Let me see your letter.
It says, it said, here, I'm sorry, there's the envelope that it came in, and then there was another one he wrote later on.
Okay. And
but he asked me to send him his teeth and his phone, and which I did. I mailed them to him. And when he came back from Texas a month later, I said, Wendell, where's your teeth? Oh, I got in a fight with some guy, this Mexican didn't like me over there at the job.
That's untrue,
He
Your
says,
Honor.
I swear he threw him in the dumpster. I said, what about your phone? Oh, some airline baggage handler must have stole it. And so he didn't have his teeth
That's
or his
untrue, Your Honor.
phone
I
when
never
he came
made
back
those
from
statements
Texas.
to him.
You just
And,
say this, sir. Please do these things for me. Send me my teeth and my phone to me. Take all perishables out of the kitchen and refrigerator. Unplug the refrigerator. Do not clean the apartment. Just straighten everything up and hide loose items in the closets. All right. Send me the phone number to the realtor. All right. Allow me one. So that's pretty much what you said. And I think all he's saying today is that, yeah, you said you all were friends, but time to time you get drunk and belligerent. Now you're just saying he's a drunk. So you all drink together?
Very seldom, very
Yes,
seldom.
sir, Your Honor. We've drank together.
Well, you wanted to say something, sir.
Very seldom.
You-
I was a
stand
witness
up.
to. I'm sorry.
State
Your
your
Honor.
name.
I'm Paul Roberts.
What do you want to say?
Well, from very beginning, I told Dennis, don't mess with this guy.
Why?
Because he's bad news.
Why?
He's an alcoholic. He's a drunk. He's a straight up drunk.
Not just alcoholic.
A drunk.
Drunk.
A straight drunk.
That's worse than alcohol.
Yes. They don't
That's
go to
alcohol.
meetings.
Huh?
Alcoholics go to meetings. Drunks don't.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to understand the difference. All right.
And I've told this man over and over, Wendell is bad news for you. He's going to cause you some problems. And here we are today.
All
Well, you're
right.
bad news in this instance because you're lying.
You're suing him about property and emotional distress. Let's
Yes,
talk
sir.
about that. What happened?
I went to retrieve my property one morning at his
How did he
apartment.
get it? Let's talk from the beginning about the property.
Okay, sir, I had voluntarily vacated my apartment, and I was going to get a storage to store my property, and Dennis offered to let me keep them on his patio, no charge, just as a friend.
Okay. How long did you intend to keep them there?
Well, until I found a place or storage.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And he didn't charge me anything. I mean, I gave him money from time to time over the course of the month.
But there was no agreement that you would pay.
Right, he told me I didn't have to pay. And when I went to retrieve my tools to go to work, he refused to give them to me, told me he didn't have anything that belonged to me.
What did he say happened to your things?
He didn't say. He just said he didn't have anything that belonged to me.
You didn't say, well, what happened to
No,
them?
sir, Your Honor, his exact words that he didn't have that belonged to me. And then he came out of his apartment and threatened to throw me off the balcony. Well, actually assaulted me and tried to throw me off of the balcony.
Did you go to the police?
Yes, sir, he showed up. I told him what had happened. He went up there and knocked on Dennis's door several times, even with a billy stick. Dennis refused to answer the door, and he told me that because I had no witnesses, that I should take it up in civil court.
Okay. They didn't give you a report or anything?
No, so they had an incident report, but that's just that he answered the call.
Okay. You don't have that with
No, sir.
All right. Sir? What are you saying about the property he's suing you for? What happened there? He said you allowed him to store property. When he came back to get it, you told him you didn't have anything and to get off your property before you do something to him.
No, that's not how it happened, sir.
Tell me what happened.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. What happened was he came back, and I was at his house one evening, and we were talking. He had a friend of his over, and I said something to his friend that he didn't approve of, and he came clear across the room at me and said, "Don't say that to my friend." And he got right in front of me, planted himself like, "Come on, man, get up." He's like Rocky Balboa, man. He said,
Your
"Hey,"
Honor, that's
he
a
said,
false
"Hey,"
statement.
he said, "I'm gonna whip your butt." And I'm sitting down in the chair, right? I said, "Wendell, calm down. You're intoxicated.
Hey, this is court. You
Let's
don't
talk
have to
about
lie
it
in here,
tomorrow."
buddy.
And he said, "No, man, come on." I said, "I'm serious. Get up." I said, "No, I'm not gonna fight you." So I'm sitting down. He pops me upside the head a couple of times. Now I'm getting mad. So I stood up and I went, boom. I hit him in the chest. He flew across the room. He hit the wall, fell down.
Your Honor, that's the
And
life
I said,
in the
look,
bowels
and
of
then
hell.
I said, look, stay down. I'm leaving. He started trying to get back up. So I went to restrain him again. I held him down and I said, look, I'm going to leave. I'm going to get up off you now. I'm going to leave. So I got up. I'm heading to the door. He
You know,
followed
it's
me.
just
He
a little
comes
line
up
court.
behind me and attacks me from behind. So I hit him again, knocked him down again. And he fell down between this little
Your Honor,
entertainment
that's a false
center and this,
statement. That
and
man
this
couldn't
little.
poke his way out of a
I was
plastic
about to
bag.
say, you can do it. You're a pretty good fighter to
and
be,
then,
not to be the biggest guy in the world or the tallest guy in the
I was
world.
angry. You know, I mean, this first time, and he's telling me he's my good friend, but he wants to whoop my butt.
All right. Property. Did he store property at your place?
Well, what happened was he moved out after that. Shortly after that incident, I believe he got evicted. I mean, he
Let's
tried
talk
to-
about the property.
No,
Fine,
sir,
he got evicted.
Okay, he had to leave. He said he didn't have no place to put his property. He had no money, couldn't put it in storage. He was giving it to everybody around the neighborhood. He gave this gentleman some stuff. He said,
No,
Dennis,
sir,
take
Your
whatever
Honor,
you want.
that's
I
not
have no
what
place to put
All
it.
right.
And he said, I'd rather you have it than them haul it
So
off.
he gave it to you? Is that your
He gave it
point?
to me.
No,
Everything.
sir,
He
Your
said,
Honor.
take whatever you want.
All right,
No,
now
sir,
when he
Your
came,
Honor.
when he came back and asked you for his property, what did you say?
I said, I don't have anything of yours that's your property. You gave me
Okay.
whatever I have, you gave me.
You told him that. You
there was never any
reminded him-
agreement to
All right, sir. You
Okay.
reminded him that he had given them to you.
If I
Yes,
gave
sir.
it to him, Your Honor,
All
why
right.
would I give him money to store it? Why would I give him
Sir,
clothes that don't
did he
even
give
fit
you
him to
money?
watch for
Sir,
me?
did he give you any money?
No, sir.
Your
The only
Honor,
money he gave me was when he was in Texas to get his PG&E turned back on.
no, sir, Your Honor, I have a statement here from two witnesses from one
All right,
witness that
you
I
got
had given him
statements?
money.
He's not that big of a drunk. He got his statements today. He was sober this day.
Well,
Let me find
And I
it.
don't believe the man said he doesn't drink like that anywhere, and I believe him.
Well, Your Honor, I do from time to time drink.
Oh, okay, my fault. My fault.
But I have the good, Your Honor, I have the good sense to go to the woods when I
That's
do
right.
my drinking.
No,
You say you
no.
had the good. You go to
He
the
drinks
woods.
all the time.
Quiet. You say you go to the woods to do your drinking.
Most of the time I do, Your
Most
Honor.
of the time, all right.
Moonshine drinking.
Yeah, it must be moonshine. Go ahead, sir.
that's where
they
he
make
keeps
in
it
the
still.
woods.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Don't pay him no attention, sir. He's no good. Go ahead. Let me see what you got.
Got it?
You're bringing me a statement where someone is going to attest to the fact that you paid him for storage.
Yes, sir, but she didn't circle that.
Who'd you pay to write that one?
Excuse me?
Come on, sir. So why do you think he's making this up, sir?
As he said, I think he's trying to get even with me because I believe he did have something to do with I know for a fact that he knows more than he's talking about this gentleman that got beat up really bad.
Because you accused him of that, he made up a lawsuit. He can do a lot of other things, sir.
Your Honor, one thing I'm not is a murderer.
I know that. Ain't nobody paying
Well-
him no attention with that nonsense. Go ahead. You have something there, sir?
I couldn't find it, Your
That's
Honor.
your only defense, is that he's coming after you, making up $2,618 precisely because you accused him of murdering your friend. So that's his
No.
response. I'm going to take you to court for $2,618. Why wouldn't he say, I'm going to take you to court for $5,000, the maximum? Or if he was going to make a number up to try and convince me that it's an exact dollar amount, he would say
Your Honor, excuse
$4,618.
First of all, he said he wanted his property back. That's what he was claiming, that he wanted his
There's a
property
list of
back.
the
And you said,
Now he's claiming that he wants money for it.
sir, I'm not buying your answer. And I think that he is more likely than not to be telling the truth today. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you,
Have a
Your
good
Honor.
day.
I wish he'd get some help because he is a drunk. He makes up a lot of stories. This ain't the first one he's ever
Look at
made
that.
up.
He drinks 3 times as much as I drink.